So when we think of rapport building, what usually comes to mind are these pieces of advice. Use a friendly tone, call customers by their first name, show empathy and apologize when needed, smile when greeting customers. But while these are legitimate pieces of advice, I feel like there's more to rapport building than these obvious tips. Besides, most of the agents I hear, especially from the Philippines, usually have no problem doing these things. It's kind of like in our culture to please people. Some of the agents I hear even apologize when it's not the company's fault. I'm willing to bet that these agents who have no problem smiling over the phone, greeting customers with a warm voice, and apologizing and empathizing when needed, still feel like they could improve on rapport building. And that's because rapport building goes beyond delivering apologies and greetings with a friendly voice. So here are my tips on how to effectively build rapport as a call center agent. Number 1, personalize the interaction. And that means tailoring your responses based on the customer situations or past interactions. For example, I see you've been with us for 5 years now. Thank you for being a loyal customer. Another example, I see you reached out last week about your internet speed. How has it been since the technician's visit? So it's like you're pinpointing information that is unique to that customer, and the customer feels seen, that you value them as an individual instead of just a number or just another customer. And my second tip for building rapport is to mirror your customer's communication style. Did you know that there are 4 types of customers based on their communication styles? I'm talking about analytical, driving, amiable, expressive. I made a video about that here if you want to take a look. But the gist of the matter is analytical customers, they pay attention to detail. So they ask a lot of questions about the products and services. Their questions tend to be detailed and nuanced. Driving customers, they don't care so much about the information. What they care about is speed and reliability. So if you want to get it done quickly. Amiable customers don't mind small talk. Actually, they like it. So these are the customers who, if they're not in a hurry, they would rather have a small talk with you instead of just getting into the subject at hand. And expressive customers, these are customers who say what's on their mind, have very little filter, tend to be emotional. Each of these communication styles require a specific kind of maneuver. For example, if the customer is a driving customer who is more centered on get things done quickly and efficiently, you don't want to bog them down with more information than necessary. An analytical customer would appreciate that, but not a driving customer. They're all about speed and efficiency. And you might not want to get straight to the point when talking to an amiable customer, especially if she's making small talk with you. You might want to linger a little bit onto that socialization stage of the conversation. My tip number 3 is to find common grounds through small talk. Most of the time, you will get a feel of whether or not this customer wants small talk. Customers who don't want to small talk, they usually ask questions in rapid succession. They get to the point quickly. But even for a driving customer, there are times when it is best to make small talk when possible. Like, we are still humans and we still react to positive connections. Small talking, it's like a way for everyone to connect, really, because you can't just go around asking the deepest questions of life. You've got to do that by making small talk first. If you want to really improve your rapport building skills, small talk is the way to go. Find openings during the conversation when the customer isn't really in a hurry. And for that to happen, you gotta think about your default subjects, so to speak, the subjects that are like ready in your head. For example, these conversations.
Hi, this is Lisa. My internet's been cutting out all day and I really need it for work.
I hear you, Lisa. Let me look into this for you. And while I'm pulling up your account, do you happen to be a remote worker? I know so many people are working from home these days, and it's important that they have a reliable connection.
Yes, I've been working from home for 2 years now. It's been great, except when the internet goes down.
Totally makes sense. I know how much we all rely on a stable internet connection these days. Okay, here's what I found. Even if you're an introvert, there's this innate desire to want to talk about ourselves. And so asking these neutral, light questions helps spark that rapport. And so when it's time to ask customer for a favor, and by that I mean asking the customer to do something if you're troubleshooting, or to volunteer information if you're pulling up your account, then it'll be easier for the customer to give it or to volunteer because you've already created this goodwill at the start of the conversation. Another example.
Hi, this is Brad. Do you have the coffee maker that's on sale still in stock?
Let me check on that for you, Brad. One moment. By the way, are you a coffee fan? I've heard many people can be super particular about their morning brew.
Not really. But my girlfriend needs coffee to start her day. It's non-negotiable. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I'm not functional without it. Let's see if we have the coffee maker available for her. And my last tip is to learn how to problem solve proactively. Proactive problem solving means identifying and addressing a potential issue before it even becomes a problem. For example, a customer is having a technical issue and it has happened the second time, and you notice that she's covered under the warranty, but the customer doesn't know it. She's just calling to have it fixed, give her troubleshooting steps. But you notice that she's under warranty, but she's not asking for it. But if you're proactively solving her problem, it means suggesting to her the warranty. You don't necessarily have to do that as the agent at that specific interaction, but you're doing it anyway because you see a problem brewing in the future. You're taking these extra steps for the customer to avoid further problems in the future. I've noticed that you've had this issue before. Instead of a quick fix, because I see this is the second time it's happened to you, I'd recommend a replacement, because it's covered under your warranty, so you need not pay for anything. Another example, I noticed that your shipping address still shows your old location, but you said earlier that you now live in New York. Should I update your shipping address, or is this the right one? This just makes the customers feel like they're being taken care of and someone's looking out for them, and that someone is a competent representative. So those are all my tips. You might want to write these down so you can strategize and think about the topics that you're going to talk about with a customer. If you want to improve your small talking skills, if that's a word, I recommend the platform episode. And there you will not only get to practice your English, but also your conversational skills, which in this day and age is very important, especially if you're a call center agent.
Actually, I love this platform so much. Everyone here is so kind and so supportive. I think you will have loved this platform too.
Yeah, I'm loving it already. Even after my first session, I love it because it's highly moderated. So you rarely, if ever, get inappropriate behaviors from other participants, and that's really a safe space. Oh, you read a lot of books, I see.
I read novel, manga, biography, but for now I'm focused on self-improvement books.
Yeah, so I guess this is your favorite, Atomic Habits.
The Murder of Roger Ackroyd.
Yeah, oh my God, are you crazy? I really like that one. Those are one of the books that I read, and actually I already knew before reading that he was the murderer. Check it out. I also created a video about that. I'm going to link it up here. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about rapport building, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you. Bye.